better today than Saturday?
Yes, better Kool-Aid. A lot better. They came out and they competed all day long, and it was really good on both sides in terms of just the competition, and that's when you know you're getting better. And so I was really excited, and I really did know that that's how they would react and respond, and so it was really good.
Did you see any new leaders step up, or was it the guys that you expected?
I think the guys that we expected, you know, there were some other young guys that I'm not going to talk about right now, but I heard some stuff and some enthusiasm and some encouragement that I hadn't been hearing. So they got the message. It's all good.
Eddie, after you talked Saturday, Stephen came to us and said, "This is all on me. It's my team. It's my offense. I got to be better." Is that the kind of response you want from your quarterback?
Absolutely.
Was you able to put your finger on why things went the way they went the last 20 minutes of the practice Saturday?
Yeah, they stopped competing. They just stopped competing. They thought it was going to be easy. As soon as you think it's going to be easy, you're going to get your tail kicked. You know, I thought we learned from that at the bowl game on offense. You know, you can't just show up and think you're going to beat somebody. You know, you go against our defense every single day. They're competing and they're getting after it and they're getting their tail kicked sometimes. We're getting our tail kicked sometimes. It's great when you're competing like that. But when you just let it happen, that's what you can't happen. You got to be able to recover. You got to be able to make a play, and that's what we're trying to learn. And today they did that. It went back and forth on both sides, and that's what you're looking for. And that was so awesome to see. But you can't go out there and think you've arrived. You can't think you're bigger than the team, and you've got to compete on every play in this league.
What have you been looking for all spring with the ground game, and how's that come together?
I really like where we're at physicality-wise. You know, we're coming off the ball. We're getting some good movement with our guards in there, and that's really where it starts. But I think we've run the ball really consistent, and we've just gotten better. You know, we've after a year being in this offense, you know, we're now making calls faster. We're making not so many mental errors, and that's what I was looking for this spring. You know, really being more technique sense, a cliche, but you have to, because you know we were trying to get lined up last year.
I guess with the way things came together more last year, that being kind of surprised, how they kind of guys like you, Benny, whatever, kind of picked up on that.
Well, you know, we did what we had to do to win, you know, and again, as we continue to evolve in this offense and our quarterbacks evolve and our receivers evolve, and there's going to be games where we throw the ball more. There's going to be games where, you know what I mean? Last year for a few games we didn't. We had to kind of ease into that. Then we became a little bit more of a pound play action team. And so, you know, as we get better in drop back pass, and Steven's getting better, Drew's getting better, Gunnar Hoke's getting better. I mean, we're competing and we're getting better at all those positions. So hopefully this offense will be better.
When you first got here, you talked about wanting the running backs to know every part of the offense because that was as much their job as the quarterbacks because they're in your room. Benny said he didn't quite get that until this year. Have you seen that sort of come on for him, and in what ways?
He's trying.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it. He's listening. He's not there yet. But I do love that when he makes a mistake, usually it doesn't happen again. And that's really good for especially a young player. But he does. I mean, he really gets it. I'll ask questions, and our guys have to talk in meetings. And so I'll ask him, what's the quarterback looking at right now? And they better see the rotation, and they better understand where the protection's going. So I do. I think he's getting a lot better at it. He is getting it.
What do you like about A.J. Rose right now, and what does he still need to work on over the
You know,
summer?
he's really athletic. And, you know, I told you the other day he got up to 21 miles an hour. For that big body to get that fast with our GPS, that's pretty impressive. And just I think just the way he's evolved learning the offense. Last year compared to this year, it's night and day. And he's doing a great job, and he's doing a great job in the classroom. You know, so much better. And I think there's a direct correlation with those two. He's just bought in. He's getting it. He's not a freshman anymore, and he's maturing.
What are you kind of looking for Friday that would make it a successful spring game for the offense?
Nobody get hurt, and let's go on down the road and get ready for our first game. You know, spring games, I love them, and they're great. Can't wait to see all the fans. Love the support. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the meat and the potatoes are done. You know, it's going to be very base. It's going to be, you know, let's line up. Let's be 100% on assignment. the plays I'm going to call, if we don't get lined up and there's an MA, we got serious issues. Everybody should be perfect. We should have 100%. The effort should be 100%. Our technique should be 100%. So the answer to that question is, I want 100%.
Do you have an idea of how much Drew will be able to go Friday?
I do not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going. I'm not sure. We're getting ready to talk about that.
Anything else?
Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day.